Hi Tacoma, welcome back to your first grade TV classroom. Today is Monday, November 30th, and I'm Mrs. Oslin. As always, let's take a moment to do our zones check. Think about what emotion you're feeling. Think about your I message. You'll remember your I message sounds like I feel because Pay really close attention to how strongly you're feeling that emotion. Take some think time. I'm going to model sharing my iMessage with Rashid. Rashid, I'm in the blue zone today because it's the first Monday back after having a long time off at home, and I'm really tired because I had a hard time waking up this morning. Now, you go ahead and share your iMessage with your learning buddy, someone in the room with you, or with me on the screen. I hear a lot of you are also in the blue zone like me. Well, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited for our week ahead. You'll remember that when we feel an emotion really, really strongly and we feel like we might do or say something that we regret or could hurt ourselves or someone else, that we need to stop and think. Practice doing that with me. Stop and think. Then we go through our stop and stay cool steps to help us get closer to the green zone, lower on the feelings thermometer so that we can share our iMessage and use the peace path to help us solve any conflict. Step 1 is we say, I feel like I'm losing control. Say that with me. I feel like I'm losing control. Second, we stop. Third, we give ourselves a chilly hug. Go ahead and do that with me. And fourth, we practice our breathing. When we breathe, we inhale or breathe in through our nose, counting up to 5. And then we exhale, which means blow out our mouth really hard as we count down from 5 to 0. Let's practice doing this together. Then hopefully you are lower on the feelings thermometer and ready to share your iMessage with someone. You'll remember that's the first step on the peace path. When we have a conflict or a problem with someone, we use the peace path to help us solve it in a non-violent way. And step 1 is tell the problem, which is where you share your iMessage, listen to the other person's iMessage, remembering to say it back so that they know that you know how they really feel about it. Step 2 is you brainstorm or think of possible win-win solutions. Win-win solutions are solutions in which both people get some of what they want and both people feel okay with the outcome. And step 3 is you choose one of those win-win solutions and solve the problem. The win-win solutions that we've been talking about are share, take turns, apologize, fix the problem, or get help if none of those solutions are going to work. Now, every day when we come together, your job is to listen, share, and read and write. You're a strong listener when you have your eyes on the speaker, when you listen to the speaker, and when you think about the words in the story or whatever it is that I'm asking you to think about. When it's your time to share, I do want you to share your ideas. I want you talking about the book, and if there's someone in the room with you who's also speaking, you're going to practice your strong listening skills. Today we are learning how to understand how a good friend acts and the importance of including others. So 2 things. What does a good friend do? And why is it important to include others? So before we get started, take some think time. What is one friendship behavior? What do you do as a friend that would make your team or your class or your family stronger? What do you do as a friend? Take some think time. Now turn and tell your learning buddy, what is one friendship behavior that would make your team or your class or your family stronger? Rashid, I think one friendship behavior that would make my team or my class or my family stronger is when we really listen to each other, when we really ask questions about our lives and what we're experiencing and what we're feeling, and listen to what the other person is saying. Now, you might have thought of a different friendship behavior, and that's important. Keep that in your brain while we read a book called Friends, and it's by Helmi Heine. And it's about 3 friends who work together and talk about their friendship. And think about, what are the friendship behaviors that they have that make their friendship stronger? Every morning when Charlie Rooster strutted into the barn to wake the other animals, Johnny Mouse and Fat Percy went with him to help. Good friends always stick together, they said. When the job was done, they wheeled their bicycle out of the barn and set off for their morning ride. So right here on this first page, what is the friendship behavior that these friends are talking about? They're talking about sticking together as friends, doing things together to help each other out. That's a behavior that makes their friendship stronger. They could ride down the roughest paths and up the steepest cliffs. No curves were too sharp for them and their bicycle. No puddle was deep enough to stop them. One day, they played a game of hide and seek by the village pond. While Johnny Mouse was hiding, he discovered an old boat lying in the grass. He showed his friends, and they decided to play pirates. Good friends always decide things together, they said. Now, what is the friendship behavior that these characters are showing that make their friendship stronger? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy what friendship behavior the characters are showing that makes their friendship stronger. Rashid, I'm noticing that they said good friends always decide things together. And that made me think of step 3 on our peace path, where if I have a conflict with someone, together we decide which win-win solution we're going to try. And that makes our friendship stronger. Now, let's keep reading and thinking about the behaviors that these friends show to make their friendship stronger. And also think about, what are the behaviors that you have that make your friendships strong? Johnny Mouse took the tiller, Charlie Rooster opened his wings to make the sail, and Fat Percy plugged up the hole in the side of the boat by sitting on it. They sailed out on the open water, and as the day went on, they felt very brave and bold. They conquered the village pond. But hunger finally sent them back to the shore. First, they tried to catch a fish, but their stomachs rumbled so loudly that they frightened all the fish away. Then they went looking for cherries. They shared them. Some for Johnny Mouse, some for Charlie Rooster, and twice as many for Fat Percy. Johnny Mouse didn't mind, but Charlie Rooster complained. He said it was unfair, so they gave him the cherry stones. Friends are always fair, they said. Now, there's a couple different behaviors, friendship behaviors, that the friends are using right now to make their friendship stronger. Think about, what are the behaviors that they're using to make their friendship stronger? Now, share with your learning buddy what you're thinking. Rashid, I noticed that they went looking for cherries and they shared them. Sharing is a strong quality of a friend and a strong behavior that could make friendships better and stronger for everyone. I also heard some of you say that when Charlie Rooster complained, they listened to him. He said it was unfair, so they gave him cherry stones. They found a win-win solution when there was a conflict in their friendship. Said friends are always fair. They ate so many cherries that they all got stomach aches and had to sit down for a while before they started back. As evening fell and the shadows grew longer, they bicycled home. Behind the henhouse near the water barrel, they swore to be friends forever. Good friends always stick together, they said. They decided to spend the night at Johnny Mouse's house, but Charlie Rooster got stuck in the doorway. Then Fat Percy invited them to spend the night with him, but Johnny Mouse said he didn't want to sleep in a pigsty. Now, I'm noticing that the friends want to spend the night together, but they're having a hard time finding a place where they're all comfortable. But they keep trying. They're trying to include everyone. But that night, they dreamed about each other, the way true friends do. Now, let's think about what are some qualities or some behaviors that make a friendship stronger? What is something that friends do and some things that friends don't do? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy one thing that friends do and one thing that friends don't do. Rashid, I learned that friends share and friends don't leave each other out. I heard a lot of really strong and important thinking about what friends do and what friends don't do. I heard some of you say friends do listen. Friends don't ignore each other. Just like we learned in our book when the rooster was complaining that it wasn't fair. His friends listened to him and gave him the cherry stones. They did not ignore him. I also heard some of you say that friends play together and they don't leave each other out. Just like when the friends in our book wanted to spend the night together. They tried really hard to include everyone and not leave each other out. Those are strong behaviors that make friendships or teams stronger. So, a rule that is a good, strong rule to make sure that everyone feels safe and has fun is no one gets left out. It's important to find a way to include everyone for many reasons, but also so that you have people who have different perspectives than you around you, and you might learn from them. So now that we've done some reading and thinking, let's go back to our question that we had at the beginning. What is one friendship behavior that would make your team or your class or your family stronger? See if you can come up with another one. Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy what you're thinking. Rashid, I think that one friendship behavior that would make our team or my class or my family stronger is to include everyone, to make sure that no one gets left out. Today we learned how to understand how a good friend acts and the importance of including others. So your job when you go off to your independent writing today is first think about what you're going to write and think about how you will draw and write it, and you're going to try your best. And in your learning notebook, I want you to write about what do you do that makes you a strong friend? What are your behaviors? And you're going to draw about it and you're going to write about it. And if you're able, take a picture of it and you can send it to your teacher, but you could also send it to us here at TV Classroom. And Mr. Kevin put our email address right there. You could also mail it to us in the mail and we'll read it here on the show. Our address, our mailing address, will come up at the end of the show. Your independent work is also always going to be reading. I want you to read to yourself every day. Practice the 3 ways to read a book. Look for those snap words that you can read in a snap. Practice using your power words to read and write words by changing the beginning sound. You can also practice reading your word wall that you have. These are your snap words from kindergarten. And you'll remember you can read the word wall loud like a monster, scary like a witch, squeaky like a mouse, whisper like a secret. Or if you invent your own, you could ask your adult if it's okay with both of you to film you reading your word wall, and you can send it to us here at the TV Classroom and we'll play it. Or if you're not comfortable being filmed, you could also write it in the same letter that you're going to include about you being a friend, and we will share your way that you came up with to read your word wall. Continue tracking your reading goals and sending this in to your teacher so that they know what you are working on. Now it's your 5-minute break. This is your chance to take care of your needs, but also gather the materials that you will need for math with Mrs. Wally. You will need your whiteboard and marker, your learning buddy, and your counters. And always continue practicing being a good friend this week. Thank you so much for thinking and reading and feeling with me today. I hope we have a great week together. Have a great break, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hi, first graders. You ready to do some math today? We're going to be doing lots of figuring out parts and figuring out missing parts today. It's really important that you have your whiteboard and your counters and your learning buddy today. So make sure that you have something to count with and something to write on, okay? And your learning buddy, of course. I have my learning buddies. Here they are. They're ready to learn with you today. First, we're going to start with Make It Monday. So let's take a look at the number we need to make today. What number is that? Yeah, it's a 15. How do you think we can use the numbers down below to make the number 15? What two numbers go together to make the number 15? Do you see it? I see it. I see a 10. Oh my goodness. I see a highlighter. Let's make sure. Nope, it's not the color I want. There we go. I see a 10. What would I put with 10 to make 15? Yes, 5. 10 and 5 make 15. Now, remember, we can go to the next set of numbers and let's see if that makes 15. 6 and 9. Does 6 and 9 make 15? Think about it. I have 5 and 10. I take 1 from my 10 and throw it over here. Now I have 6 and 9. Ooh, okay. Now, this was 9 and this was 6. What if I take another one and I throw it over here? This is not 9 anymore, it's 8. And this is not 6 anymore, it's 7. So we have 6 plus 9. And we have 7 plus 8. Ooh. Is there another way we could make 15 up here? Oh, Pebble. Pebble said, Mrs. Wally, 3 plus 4 makes 7. So we could do 3 plus 4 plus 8. Oh, Pebble decomposed the 7. Awesome job, Pebble. What was that, Rashid? Oh, I wonder if they have this idea. Rashid said, I'm going to decompose the 5. I'm going to do 2 plus 3 plus 10. Ooh, great math thinking, friends. Are you ready to use that great math thinking today? Today, we are learning strategies to find a missing number in addition and subtraction equations or stories. I'm going to be giving you clues. You're going to be building with your counters, and you're going to be finding out the missing part. Are you ready? Let's warm up first. What's 1 plus 1? Very good. 2. What's 2 plus 2? Yep, 4. What's 3 plus 3? 6. 4 plus 4? 8. 5 plus 5? 10. Kiss your brain, first graders. Excellent job. Now it says, listen to the clues. Use counters to find the missing number. So, Mr. Kevin, we don't even need our slide up. We just need our whiteboard up because I'm going to be giving the clues with my mouth. And I'm going to be telling you what our whole is and then one of our parts, and you have to find the missing part. So are you listening? Get those listening ears ready? We're listening. Okay, you ready? There are 5 red dots. Go ahead and build it. 5 red dots. And some yellow dots. There are 8 dots all together. Find the yellow dots. There are 5 red dots and some yellow dots. There are 8 dots all together. Find the yellow dots. How are you going to do that? Okay, you might build with counters. You might draw some extra dots. Go ahead and find it. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 3 yellow dots. Did you get 3? Did you know my missing number was 3? Okay. Clear your board. I'm going to give you a new problem. Are you ready? There are 6 dots all together. There's the same amount of red and yellow. How many red and yellow dots are there? There are 6 altogether, and the red and yellow have the same amount. How many dots are there all together? Go ahead and try and solve. I have 6, and I need the same amount. Is there a double line? No, that makes 6. Oh, did you find it? Are you watching closely? Does that look like what you found? 3 and 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Awesome job. Okay, reset. Okay, here's another clue. Are you ready? There are some red dots. What's going to go there? Question mark. There are some red dots and 7 yellow dots. Draw or build. There are 10 dots altogether. There are some red dots and 7 yellow dots. There are 10 dots altogether. How many dots are red? Go ahead and solve. What would I do to figure out the red dots? I know I have 7, and all of it has to be 10. I heard someone say, "Count on, Mrs. Wally." That's a great strategy. Would you like to see it? Okay, so I'm going to use my pen this time. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to check and make sure I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do. How many of my dots are red? 3. 3 red dots. Is that what you got at home? Great work, first graders. Okay, let's reset. All right, it's kind of windy here today. I don't know if you can hear the wind in the background, but if you do, it's just wind. Okay, are you ready? I have 6 red dots and some yellow dots, and I have 8 dots all together. How am I going to build that? What should I do? Oh, build 6 red dots. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Stuck to my hand. 6. 6 red dots. How many are yellow if I have 8 altogether? Solve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, how many are yellow? 6 plus, watch this, are you ready? 6, 7, 8. How many dots did I draw? Yeah, 2. How many dots did I build? 2. 6 plus 2 is the same as 8. My missing number was 2. Okay, we're going to do one more. Clear it off. Do, 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 do. All right, Rashid, give me a number, my friend. Okay, Pebble, give me a lesser number than that. All right. I have 9 dots. Some are red. 4 are yellow. How many dots are red? Model, solve. I give you 1 minute, ready, and go. You should have built or drawn your yellow so far. There's 4 of them. Make sure you have that. How are you going to figure out how many reds you have? What are you going to do? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many are red? Yeah. I have 9 dots, 5 are red, and 4 are yellow. Does 5 and 4 make 9? Strong mathematicians check their work. Check it. Is 5 and 4 9? It is. Great job, first graders. Our missing number was 5. All right. Let's go to our next slide and see what they want us to do. Oh. Okay. Are you ready? You're going to just leave your red and yellow because our next story problem has red and yellow marbles. So we're just going to leave the red and yellow up, but let's erase. And let's read it together and find out what's going on. You ready? I have 8 marbles. 5 are red. The rest are yellow. How many are yellow? So what's happening in this story? Yeah, someone has a bag of marbles and some are red and some are yellow. What are we trying to figure out in this problem? Yeah, how many are yellow? Okay, what information do we know? We know that there's 8 marbles and we know that 5 marbles are red. Which box am I going to put my question mark in? What's the question they're asking? How many are yellow? So we put a question mark in the yellow box. I have 8 marbles. 5 are red. The rest are yellow. How many are red? 5. Mr. Kevin, can we get the whiteboard up? 5 are red. Take a look at my whiteboard. I have 5 red, the rest are yellow. 8 equals 5 plus, we don't know. Build and solve. Are you ready? Go ahead. Build and solve. How do I build it? Well, build the part you know. What part do we know? Yeah, 5 red. So build 5 or draw 5 in your red box. And how, if we have a missing addend or a missing part, what do we do to find it? Can we count on to our total? Where are we going to stop? The number 8. 5. Count with me. 7. 8. How many were yellow? Yes, 3. Now watch me write this equation. 5 reds plus 3 yellows equals 8 marbles. So how many marbles are yellow? First graders, how many marbles are yellow? Yes, 3 marbles are yellow. Excellent. This one's all on your own. Are you ready? I'm going to give you 2 whole minutes to solve this problem. I have 10 marbles. I have the same number of yellow marbles as red marbles. 10 marbles. I have the same number of red marbles as yellow marbles. How many of each do I have? 2 minutes to solve. Ready? Go. 10 marbles. Some are red, some are yellow. I have the same of each. Do you have it? Rashid, what are you thinking? Yeah. Well, how did you figure that out, Rashid? Rashid did what we call sharing. Rashid said 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you did that at home too? 5, 6. What number am I going to stop on? 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many red marbles? 5. How many yellow marbles? 5. Now, what if I have this? I have 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does that work? Why? Why does it not work? Oh, the problem says I have the same number of yellow marbles as red marbles. Is this the same as this? Nope. These have to be the same. Is 5 and 5, are those the same? Yes, they are. All right. Let's take a look at your assignment today. I want you to think about the different strategies you use to solve these missing problems today. And you're going to draw pictures of 3 different ways you can solve these problems. We built it, we drew it, and then we did that counting on with the bubbles. Maybe you did something else. So you're going to give 3 examples, and then I want you to solve the next problems. Sound good? That's your homework. Page 207, 208. 208. It's only 3 problems today. Let's check our learning. Today we learned strategies to find a missing number in addition. We didn't do subtraction today, and subtraction equations. I can build a model showing the information I know. I can use a strategy to find the missing numbers. Yep. And we can tell how we found the numbers. Yes. Great job, first graders. I have some special news for you. On Wednesday, you're going to want to tune in because Brad Evans, he's a former Sounder soccer player, professional soccer player, is going to be here in our studio. He's going to read us his favorite book and tell us all about himself. I am so excited to meet him. It's going to be great. We're going to have to wear masks and we're going to have to stay far apart from each other, but we are so excited to meet him. So don't forget to tune in on Wednesday, December 2nd and learn from Brad Evans. And then on Wednesday, December 9th, our very own Superintendent Carla Santorno is going to be here. And we're going to learn all about her too. She is so excited to share with you. And I can't wait to have some time to sit with her. Okay, those are our 2 special announcements. You know what that means? It's time for our affirmation. So our affirmation for today, before I forget, don't forget you can always email us, the email address down below, or send us mail at our mailbox. It's been empty and we would love, even just a picture you draw, we would love to get mail from you. So please send in and we will write back. We promise. So our affirmation is, I am capable of doing hard things. We have to do hard things all the time. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. So I'm going to go first. I am capable of doing hard things. Your turn. Excellent job, first graders. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.